So the Teen Mental Health First Day was 3 two-period sessions where we discussed mental health training and how to deal with mental health crises that happen among our friends as youth. Because as kids we can't really problem solve a lot, but how do we be a good friend? How do we make sure we're doing the right thing for that person's mental health?
So I think the first step is to notice a change in personality or just a change in what they do daily. The second step would just be to ask if they need any help, ask if they're going through something.
And she talked about how sometimes that anxiety will creep up or
The reason that they've developed this teen program is because we know more often than not, kids are talking to each other. They're not going to an adult. They're sharing their struggles with each other. And so we want to empower our high schoolers to be able to support their friends when their friends come to them with struggles.
So I'm curious what you all think. Is the first step getting help?
Tracy's really good at explaining and helping you understand what to look for and why to look for it. And I think a lot of us look for things off social media, and that's not always the best way to learn. So learning it in person and firsthand is just much better.
Looking for symptoms, looking to see how the person's doing, asking that person how they're doing, staying a friend, trying to get that person to contact a trusted adult. And then I think the final step, which is really important, staying friends with that person and keeping your friendship going. We talked about what to do if a person we think may have overdosed on something. We talked about a recovery position, which is a position to put someone in if they're unconscious and we're not sure what's up with them medically. So the goal is to get them not lying on their back, but to move them so then their airway can move.
Make sure he is pulled forward enough.
That was something real life and practical that you can use in today's age.
There's a number of different protocols in place to be able to make sure that we're considering student safety through this process. And that includes having 2 adults in the room, making sure there's other mental health professionals in the building if a student's needing support. And at the end of every session, every student is required to fill out an exit ticket to let us know what's something they learned, what's something they have a question about, and then how are they feeling today? And do they have any concerns about themselves or about a friend? And would they like an adult to check in with them today or within the week? Just a way for us to be able to make sure that they have a way to confidentially share that they are in need of additional support.
I think the biggest thing that stuck out for me was the 988 number, because it's so close to 911, so it's easy to remember in case of crisis. It's kind of like 911, it's easy to remember, and in case of a crisis, a mental health crisis, you can call them and they'll talk to you and help you step by step through some situations going on.
If you pay attention to most things that the school has to offer, like this mental health training, it really does help you and it really is interesting and useful knowledge.